What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy Stevie B with part one of a massive haul. This haul is so big it cannot be contained in one episode or we would be here all day. So I bought from Whatnot from two different sellers. So I thought I would do one seller today, and the next one has not arrived yet, but it should be here tomorrow. So this weekend we should probably have part two, and it's a good one. It's a good one, but the second one probably a little better than the first, but both really good hauls. And then we'll end it with a couple of two or three eBay purchases that I picked up. So as you can see from the thumbnail, this came from Whatnot. Has a seller named McFaddy 79, I think it said. I didn't look. I just edited the thumbnail and then went right into viewing. But anyway, you seen the thumbnail. This guy here. All right, let's start with the good. The good is some great books at a great price. I think I spent $30 with him total, and so I got a great deal on some really cool books. And also the good is I just opened them, so he packaged them in two Gemini 2 mailers, and then with lots of padding, and then inside another box. Packaging was on point. I mean, it was bulletproof. He got these things in here. They're packaged in there where they weren't going to get damaged. So that's the good news. The bad news is he's one of those slow shippers. I ordered these on May 21st, which is on the Wednesday before Memorial Day weekend. Now, I took into consideration that I probably wouldn't get them till Tuesday after Memorial Day if he shipped them out, maybe Wednesday. If he got them shipped in the mail before Memorial Day, which he had 3 days to get them in the mail. I bought them on Wednesday night. He had Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to get them in the mail. So I fully expected them to be in the mail in one of those 2 days, because like I always say, man, if you're a seller and you expect prompt payment and you demand prompt payment, then it's not unreasonable for your buyer to demand prompt shipping. I mean, that's just the way I see it. Now, I know there's some of you that sell massive quantities of books and you ship out once or twice a week. And if you tell me, hey, I ship on Fridays and I'm expecting it, I got no problem with that. I get no problem with that. But let somebody know, at least, they don't know. Because as collectors, we're excited to get these books. And when we have to wait, these showed up today, May the 5th, which is 2 weeks from the time I purchased them. And they were shipped priority. They were shipped priority mail. So when I reached out to him the first time, he said, I shipped those out Friday, the 23rd. So they're already gone. And I said, oh, okay. Well, they're still showing that the label's created, but the post office hasn't gotten the books yet. So I was just curious. So I gave them the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes they miss a scan. Well, Tuesday rolled around and they were still showing label created, not yet in the system. And then Wednesday came around, still not showing any movement. So I messaged him again. I said, hey, dude. I said, even if you mailed these things media mail, it should show some movement after a week. And I said, this shows no movement whatsoever. Ghosted. Didn't reply back, didn't answer me, didn't act like he gave two shits whether or not I was satisfied or not. So, a little upset about that. But they did finally get here. The day after I jacked him up about it and said, look, dude, they're not showing any movement. They should be showing movement. And I said, even if you shipped them media mail, and I said, which I hoped you didn't. Don't ship comic books media mail, people. Comic books do not qualify for media mail. And what could possibly end up happening is they discover that it's comic books and not eligible for media mail, and they will charge the receiver, the buyer, for the difference in shipping. So do not send comic books media mail, you cheap bastards. Stop it. It's like, spend that extra charge your buyer for the shipping, but do not ship media mail. Stop it. And if you, and you're going to anyway, but if you insist on shipping media mail, do not put them in a manila envelope inside a flimsy backing board and cram them in the mailbox. At least put them in something rigid and solid, because y'all are going to do it anyway, because y'all are cheap. Tightwads. Anyway, the shipping thing, slow shipper. But I'll wrap this up, because I know it sounds like I'm ripping this guy a new ass, which I'm not done. And the second thing is oh my God, presentation. Guys, do not ship comic books in nasty ass bags and boards like this. I went through and rebagged just about every book in there. He had a few that were in decent bags, but I'm here to tell you, all these bags that I pulled out of here were dingy, dirty, filthy, disgusting, and just did not present your product well, my guy. So just call this a little piece of advice for you. I've mentioned this on my channel before. It's all about perceived value, and I will give you a prime example of that. When you get a book, a decent book, god dang it. Well, here, let's just put this back in here. When you get a decent book and it's in a bag, oops, what did I get it into? But it's in a bag that looks like this, with dirt all over it, you feel like you got a shitty book. When you actually put them in a clean bag and board, the difference is night and day. Same book, clean back and board. So it's all about perceived value. That's a key word, perceived value. Even though it's a dollar bin book and it's got a little rip at the bottom of it, you put it in a nice clean bag and board and it doesn't seem like you're getting hosed as bad. But that just, before we get into them, I do realize that these are not near mint copies of books, and I knew that buying them, so I'm not gonna roast him on that. So little McFatty, if you're watching this, man, I did not downrate him. He had a perfect 5-star rating, and I read all the other reviews and comments, and everyone seems to be real happy with his product and his shipping services. So when I see that, I assume that, okay, maybe this is just an isolated incident. Maybe he set the books aside, thought he mailed them, and didn't realize that he didn't mail them until I jacked him about it, and then was like, oh shit. And then he threw them in his priority box and got them out to me. That seems more likely than it took 2 weeks for a priority package that was shipped 2 days before the holiday. That seems more likely than it taking 2 weeks to get here. But let's get on with the books. I rattled on for 10 minutes about him, but I wanted to give a fair review of the guy. I did not take his 5-star rating from him. I gave him some advice, and I told him what I was happy and unhappy with, just like I did you. So first up, let's go. I got some Daredevil. You saw the first one in a clean bag and board, and this is the first appearance of Tarkington Brown. Like I said, it's got a ding there. I actually didn't realize it had that. I probably wouldn't have bought it, but most of these I paid $1 for. I dollar bin dive these, and I got some good Frank Miller Daredevil stuff. And this one's Daredevil 189. These are dupes because I have all of Frank Miller's stuff, so these are probably dupes. So, but you're not gonna buy Frank Miller for $1 when you get the opportunity, right? So, and then Daredevil 185. And this, I want to say this is the first appearance of Brimstone, but it's not labeled as such in CLZ, but it could be. But Daredevil 65. So this is a little, excuse me, pre-Frank Miller Daredevil, which I like. I like that. But I'm going to have to research that and make sure again. Love this cover. Is that Daredevil number 130? And I don't think I had that one. I have this one, but Daredevil 177. This is Frankie boy. Speaking of Frank Miller, I get Nerdy Girl posted on Instagram and was showing off some 1-of-1 Topps Frank Miller sketch cards, and people in her comments section were absolutely evil. Oh my God, they were like, "Oh, that's trash. Frank Miller's art is trash now. He's gone. How the mighty have fallen, and I wouldn't buy these for $1, and these are and they were shitting all over the man." And I'm like, dude, he's 187 years old. Cut him some slack. And I don't care what anybody says. Anything, and I mean anything, that has touched Frank Miller's hands, a legend like Frank Miller, anything that he has created is legendary. And I would take every single one of those art cards and treasure them. So for all you haters, man, just go on with yourself. All your heroes get old, man. I'm getting old. I know I'm your hero, and I'm getting old. But look at me. I'm gonna get old. I'm gonna die someday. Someday this is not going to be the quality production that you're used to. Yeah. Almost said that with a straight face, didn't I? All right, let's go on. Moving on. Next up, I was excited to get this, and this is in pretty good condition. But this is Blue Beetle number 3 from Modern Comics. First appearance of Madman, Farley Fleeter, and the first team appearance of the Madmen. But I was stoked to get the first appearance of Madman, and it was one of the ones that it just in really, really, really good condition. Definitely a 7.75 for that age. That's pretty cool. I was stoked for that. All right, we're out of Marvel, Tim. We're out of the Marvel stuff. Tim, the comic collector, he's a DC guy, and he used to razz me all the time. Don't you got anything but Marvel? But here we go. This is for you, Tim. Just for you, buddy. And you're going to like this. So we got Superman's Girlfriend, number 133, Lois Lane, with a nice little bondage cover there. I think this is Nick Cardy, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it? I'm not mistaken. It's not. Or is it? I honestly can't remember. Tim helped me out. I forgot who did that cover, and this one's in really good shape. So the ones that really mattered were in pretty good shape. And this one I wanted in good shape, and it is. And then Superman number 279. Another one, with Batgirl on the cover. It's in pretty decent shape. It's a mid-grade, upper mid-grade, 6.5. Get the glare off there, but love it. Tim can help me out with the covers. Gets that engagement, man. I love it. Next up, oh, nice, beautiful Wonder Woman. Beautiful Wonder Woman, number 225. So I am appealing to two of my fans. I'm appealing to Tim the Comic Collector and Ryan Golden Lasso with some of these, but yeah, Wonder Woman number 225. Again, these are a mid-grade. You know, most of these are going to be anywhere from a 5.5 to an 8 or 9. You know, that one's probably hitting around the 6 mark, but and this one this one I can read, so. But that other one wasn't. But this is George Lopez, and I recognize his work. But this is Wonder Woman number 725, and this one is in excellent condition. This is one of them little 8.5 to a 9 candidates. But I can't get that glare. Sorry about the glare. I got some of these in Mylar. And this is the first appearance of Armageddon, so that's why it's in Mylar. The ones that are key issues I put in Mylar, even if it's a minor key. The ones that are just fillers, will go in either Comic Vantage bags or just regular BCW bags. All right, Wonder Woman number 226. I don't think this. I think this is pre-Perez. I'm not sure. Again, if Magic Lasso's watching or Tim's watching, you can bail me out and give me some interaction in the comment section there. God knows I could use it. But so I'm really happy with the Wonder Woman books. Really happy with them. I didn't have any of them, and I'm really in love with those covers. And so, all right, and then we have a massive run of Justice League, beginning with issue 129. Again, mid-grade. This is the Destruction of Red Tornado. I'll go through these a little fast because they're not really key books. This one's a little low grade. Really low grade. Matter of fact, I remember this one when I was rebagging it. It's got some cover separation, whatever. But 168. So we'll breeze on past that. And then 169. Dylan and McLaughlin. That's what it says on the cover. But love these old Justice League books. These Bronze Age books. And some of these I got were duplicates, but not many of them. 195. Oops. This was one of the, you can tell one of the few that I left in the bag that he sent, because it's got my sticker on the back where he marked it. But again, loving the old artwork, man. This one I really like. It's not a key of any kind, but definitely pull these blue painter's tape stickers. But definitely like this. Justice League America 196. But that's a badass cover. Badass. Loving that artwork. Justice League 197. And these have all got Justice Society members in them too. So I got this good whole run, and I'm digging it. Oh, we getting into Perez now. Yeah, this one was Perez. Yeah, the last three were Perez. So we're getting into the Perez run now. His stuff. Well, that was it. And then we got 198. Excuse me. I'm rough. I ain't had much sleep. This is the first appearance of the Time Port. I like that one. Jonah Hex back there in the background. But these are great. And 199. See, this is Perez. But he wasn't on this one. That's weird. But 199. Oh, we're 1 minutes in. At 201. These are in pretty good condition. And some of these were in decent bags. I didn't have to rebag. And this is a good one. I love this one. And it's also Perez. It is a little bit of a, I'd say a 6.5 to a 7. It's got quite a few bit of spine damage on it. But it's the first appearance of the second Royal Flush Gang. But I don't know. I'm not a grader. I just say it's in decent shape or it's in shitty shape. This one looks to be... There's the spine. I had it upside down. This one looks to be in halfway decent shape. Like I said, it's got some condissues. I haven't used that word in a while. Hashtag condissues. It's my word. I want a quarter every time somebody says it. But still, happy to have that one. And then we got 202. Also Perez. I was stoked to get to run a Perez Justice League, man. I was stoked. And we got 217. Still in them Perez's, man. Now what I'm worried about is I got a bunch of Justice League from the other seller too, so I may have got a bunch of duplicates. I hope not. This is not Perez, but still a badass cover. This is 216. This is Hannigan and Giordano. Love it. Love it. The Atom up front. The Atom in a bondage cover. Gotta love it. But then it's like 216, then 215. Oh, this is before. This was Perez. See, this is Perez, so I jumped over. But contrasting art styles, but still not mad at it. Now we're going backwards. How did that happen? I got out of whack here. Another Perez cover. 214. I actually really like these Atom covers. Those are so cool. I keep looking over at them going, actually, those are pretty badass. And next up, we got 213. Some more of that Perez goodness. And last from this seller, another Perez cover. Issue 212. Another Prez, his covers were so good. His work on Teen Titans, Wonder Woman, Justice League. I mean, dude. 13, 15, 16, 17. I'll put them in order in a minute when I go to put these away. But anyway, so that was from McFatty there. His name, not mine. I'm not shaming anybody. But, yeah, all in all, I'm happy with the books. I'm happy that I got them. A little disappointed with the shipping times, but hey, it is what it is. So you see his logo, you see his name in the, sorry, it bugs me because I know I'm going to put all these away and I want them to be in some semblance of order here. There we go. But like I said, I'm happy to get the books. I don't like to wait. I'm impatient. I fully admit that. But 2 weeks, I think we can both all agree that 2 weeks is a little a bit excessive to wait. I usually give them till the end of the week because a lot of people don't ship, and like they ship on Fridays or whatever, and I give them to the end of the week. And if by Monday, or that next following Monday, nothing's shown shipped or moved, then I start squawking a little bit. Because when you buy from me, or if you don't buy from me, even if I say, hey, yeah, I'll send you that book, it's in the mail next day. So I don't pussyfoot around about it. So now, before we go, I got 4 eBay pickups I want to share with you. And I love these. And this is a Nick Cardy cover, I believe, but Aquaman number 30. I believe this might be my oldest Aquaman, but love it. The Death of Aquaman, first appearance of Mongo. But love that cover. That is so gorgeous. Cardi is another one I wouldn't mind starting to pick up some of his stuff. I should have started with this one. Start with the moderns and then work your way down. Sorry, Tim. I had one more Marvel in there. I forgot about it. It's Captain America 310, first appearance of Serpent Society. Now, the reason I got this is a little bit of a spec book for me, honestly. And the reason being was because Seth Rollins was in the last Captain America movie, and he was playing one of the members of the Serpent Society. Don't remember which one. I'm sure Ryan will comment in the comment section and remind me. But all his scenes got cut, which I can understand because, God, he's a horrible actor. Just his personality on TV is grating. You like that, didn't you, Ryan? I know, you're going, dude, seriously? Yeah, seriously. I said it. I meant it. But anyway, I have a feeling that they wanted to introduce the Serpent Society, and they just decided that wasn't the time. So I think probably we're going to see them again somewhere in one of the Captain America or Avenger movies, something. So a little bit of a spec book. I do spec once in a while. Like I said, I do it because it's fun. I like to be right. We all like to be right. And then some Bizarro love for you. I can't afford the first appearance of Bizarro or Bizarro Superman, but I can afford the first appearance of Bizarro Batman. So I got World's Finest number 156. First appearance of Bizarro Batman. There he is in all his glory, along with his buddy Bizarro Superman, but no Bizarro Joker. What the hell, man? They couldn't put Bizarro Joker in there? That's just rude. What a cool cover that would have been. Bizarro Batman, Bizarro Superman, and Bizarro Joker. But love that. Love that. I'm not sure who did the cover on this one. So, Tim, light me up there. And next up, Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 12. First appearance of Bizarro Flash. So, would this be more the Reverse Flash? Like a precursor to Reverse Flash? I don't know. But super stoked to pick these up for a really good price. Like I said, they're mid-grade, but shit, they're older than I am, and they're in better condition than I am, so I can't complain at all. But definitely 4 nice key books to finish off the haul video with. But stay tuned for the next haul video. I promise you, bigger, better, some more keys in there, and I'm excited to get this one, and should arrive tomorrow. So this one was a 30-minute video. Now you know why I didn't wait and put them all together as one. But I know I rambled a lot picking on poor McFatty, but hey, I'm honest. I'm honest. If I do somebody dirty and I sell them books, I expect them to come at me, and I'll make it right, or I'll stand my ground if I think I'm right. But most of the time, I'll always make it right, and most of the time, it's usually my fault. So, so I have no choice. But at any rate, that is going to do it for part 1. Be sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, and do not miss part 2. Bigger, badder, probably longer, and always uncut, to borrow a phrase from South Park. But that's going to do it for this one. We will see you guys in the next one. Peace.